Hello and welcome back to another out-of-spec detailing video here from Clear Detailing in Northern Colorado. Next to me here we have the out-of-spec Cyber Beast. And this truck is actually leaving our possession. So today we're going to be fully unwrapping the Cybertruck. Now there's been lots of controversy about what wraps actually do to the stainless steel. We've seen some different posts of them ruining the stainless steel. So today we're going to find out if that's actually the case, which I don't think is actually the case, and really get this thing back to stock. Welcome back, and let's jump into it. You join Mr. Connor and I here with the Cyber Beast. And what's going on with this thing, Kyle?
Well, Tesla's buying it back. So I think that's a great situation for us, of course, because the truck's had some issues. And rather than pursuing selling it on the secondary market, I sort of said let's go the lemon law route.
Yep.
And Tesla was like, well, we'll just buy it back, and that's what they're doing. So
cool.
It worked out great. I mean, I'm still getting, it's not like they're giving me full price back. There is a mileage deduction. It goes by Florida state mileage deduction, but this video has nothing to really do with that.
Nope.
It's all about pulling our wrap off, which I was, when we first got the truck, you told me I had to keep it stainless steel for at least 6 months.
Yep, so I could do some testing with it, play around, because we got a very early truck, early when they started coming out into the entire country. So wanted to play around with it, see how it was. Then you decided to wrap it. G from Test Bros came out, did it here at the shop about 2.5, 3 months ago now.
Yeah, it hasn't been long, and we've had these big Martian wheels and tires that I just pulled off because obviously we want to return the truck to stock. I think we could have returned it to Tesla with it wrapped, and
Sure.
they would not have charged us the removal fee or anything. But I thought it would be interesting for the viewers to see what happens when we pull wrap off the Cybertruck, and especially wrap that it hasn't been on there that long, but it's had enough time to cure and go on. I'm really curious to see what it looks like under there. So I know it's going to suck, but we're going to be peeling all the edges and doing this. So it kind of sucks because we haven't had the wrap on there that long.
Yep.
The truck looks super cool like this, not on these wheels and tires at the moment, but
I don't think it looks half bad on this setup now.
Yeah.
I do like the white on here.
yeah.
It has been a little different to clean than the stainless steel. Honestly, my impression is the stainless steel is kind of easier to clean than a vinyl wrap.
Interesting. I don't think I've attempted to clean the truck since it's been wrapped.
Okay.
I know
It's
Alyssa
been through a
has.
few car washes here
Yeah.
and there. But yeah, wrap, I've had multiple wrapped cars, and my impression is satin and matte can be a little tricky to kind of clean up. It kind of clogs the pores in there. You kind of have to scrub it, so hand washes are definitely recommended. Running it through the touchless car wash like you have been doing will get some of it, but not all of it off. So if you are...
Was it coated?
Yes, we did coat this as well, which that's, again, one of the issues with the, just kind of the wraps. They just take a little bit more maintenance. So something to understand there.
Yeah,
And
I guess
these
it
are-
just needs a contact wash every once in a while. That's all.
Exactly. And these are not lifetime products. Like wraps should literally be on cars maybe 3 to 4 years, and that's kind of maximum amount for them. So
Okay, makes sense.
yeah, shouldn't be too terribly bad.
Anyway, no issues with the wrap job. We're not pulling it off because we're dissatisfied
not
with
at all.
Test Bros' job. It's a great wrap. It's just, I thought I'd make an interesting video because we're literally getting rid of it. Next week I think is the plan.
Okay.
Or the week after, something like that. So I was like, well, let's just pull it off.
Yep.
Maybe we only pull off one side.
Just leave one side. That'd be pretty interesting
Yeah.
for sure. So one of the things we've done here, it's a nice warm day. It's about 80, almost 85 degrees. We're just going to let the truck bake out here in the sun. Now, a few ways you can actually unwrap trucks. You can take heat guns, go through that whole process. It's painstaking. Having to unwrap a truck, a car, whatever it is, in the middle of winter in Colorado absolutely sucks. So this is the best way to do it. Springtime, it's nice and warm here. So we'll start getting the edges peeled and just start hopefully peeling this back since it hasn't been on here for such a long period of time.
Yeah, what do you think's harder, unwrapping or wrapping?
This is my least favorite part of detailing. Pulling clear bra off, pulling wrapping off.
Okay.
It is, especially if they've been on there for a long time. Clear bra that's been on there, like old PPF that's yellowed and cracked, painstakingly sitting there pulling like tiny little chips of it off.
Yeah.
Wrap that hasn't been on there too long, this really shouldn't be that bad. As long as it's warmed up enough, I think we'll be good to go.
But it's a good idea every few years. Pull the wrap, get it redone.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
makes sense. Well, let's see what the heck happens. I guess we should each take a little bit of a side of
Yeah.
the truck here, and then No idea what to expect. What do you think? You think the paint's going to be fine?
Well, there's no paint on it, so yes.
That's right, stainless.
I think the paint will be fine.
You think the
I really
stainless will
think
be
the
fine?
stainless will be totally fine. What we've seen are some posts on here where guys have put kind of like vinyl stickers over it and left stainless steel around it. And what you see is kind of this discoloration of where the stickers have been. Honestly, that would come out using the Barkeeper's Friend Windex solution. So Kyle's already at it here.
Yeah, what I don't want to do is, you know, they did a great job, Test Bros, at wrapping the edges back through here. And what I essentially don't want to do is litter all these little pieces of wrap everywhere.
So it's already taking little chunks.
It's already doing little chunks, but I'm just trying to get this edge unwrapped.
Yeah, it's kind of once you get the edges going, then you can start, you know, just yanking
peeling.
it. Like this piece already here.
Oh yeah, nice, dude. Look at that. This is super satisfying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that comes
Nice.
off like a breeze.
Okay. Very cool. Now, I've never wrapped anything, and this is my first time unwrapping something, but I know our buddy Drew had some real trouble with his Model 3 getting his wrap off.
Oh, really?
But it hadn't sat on there for that long.
So some of the edges are going to be pretty fun, as that top edge I can see. Wow, so that part is sticking way harder up front, which is interesting.
And did they use any sort of edge promoter or something
Nothing.
like that?
Nope.
Okay.
Really, you don't want to do that. That's kind of worst case scenario.
Oh,
is when you
dude,
have to-
look at this on my side over here.
How's it coming?
Well, I can just, all these spots under here. See this?
Yep, so, you know, when G went through and actually cleaned it, there was still some of those mag chloride stains.
Oh, really? So the truck wasn't cleaned before the wrapping then?
No, he cleaned it, but this
Oh.
you don't need to fully remove. Now, if you were doing like a paint protection film on here,
Yeah, you'd
like a
have to-
clear or matte, you would want to get all that off. Barkeeper's
Oh, okay.
Friend
So that's
solution.
not from the wrap. That was there
No,
initially.
not at all.
Okay, I see. Well, I'm just going to keep working this upper section here.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely. So once you start getting the edges, it just kind of comes off. This is basically just a big sticker.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Should be interesting. And yeah, man, I'm going to kind of miss the white. You know, in all transparency, the white was a sort of a last minute decision. I didn't know what we were going to do with this. I actually think black Cybertrucks look great.
Yeah,
But everyone does it. Our buddy Dan has a black Cybertruck. And I was like, well, let's do something a little different. I saw some white ones out there, thought they photographed really well.
Yes.
And I think this truck looks amazing in photos.
Oh,
with
yeah.
those wheels and tires, with the light bar, it was like really, really good stance, really nice looking truck. The thing is, in person, oh man, I don't really know what to do with these little things.
So just kind of start making a ball here and sticking them. We're going to try and not litter as much as possible.
Yeah, in person, it just didn't look as good.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with the wrap job itself. It's just, I didn't love the white. I actually really think the stainless is cool.
I'm a big stainless fan. I get a bunch of customers who call me. They're like, hey, I want to get my truck cleaned up, or I want to, you know, wrap it, PPF it. And I'm always like, I love the stainless. It's what makes the Cybertruck kind of unique, in my opinion.
Yeah, it can be a little bit of a pain to take care of, but honestly, after 6 months on our truck, which we had it even in some winter conditions, especially after we first got it, you know, a little wash, a little Barkeeper's Friend here or there, comes right back.
Yep.
Little Windex.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
What's up with the Windex and ammonia on these things, by the way? Is that still bad for it or good for it, or what do you think?
I mean, I've never seen an issue. I've done more Cybertruck cleanings, I think, than probably anybody, and never seen an issue on them.
Okay, yeah, great. Damn, this is coming off super easy and nice. Okay. Man, I kind of like that we're getting the stainless back right before it goes back.
Now you're going to want to keep it.
Well, I'd buy another one. I wouldn't keep this one.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of that single motor stripper version.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's cool. Everyone hates it.
I'm kind of in the hate category. I think it's way too expensive.
Well, yeah, okay, so the price isn't great, but think about them on the secondary market when they're 30 grand.
That's not a problem.
It's going to be awesome to have like a base model work truck.
So this is coming off a lot easier than I actually anticipated, honestly.
Yeah, me as well, actually. This is really not bad at all. Look at this big pull I can do right
Look at
now.
this.
Ah, nice. Get the stainless back.
Cool.
Dude, I think the stainless is magic on these.
I do too. I think it's cool. So one thing that G did is he did wrap underneath some areas like here. So we might have to pull these. He didn't go super far underneath them, just enough to get full coverage. So we may have to pull those off, but look at this. Nice.
Yeah, nice full pull, baby.
Dude, look at the back of this. It's like metallic. It's got sparkles
Oh
in the
yeah,
back.
how about that? I think it's just the glue reflecting. Let's see what happens when we get to the edge.
Oh, that's satisfying.
Nice. Smells amazing.
Oh yeah, all that adhesive smell, baby.
I love that.
Well, why don't we throw you guys on a time lapse here and we'll come in and get this thing fully wrapped.
Sounds great.
Unwrapped.
Unwrapped.
Not wrapped, unwrapped.
Unwrapped. It's like a Christmas present. Colton, we made some big progress here.
Holy smokes, that was quick.
That was real quick. It really maybe 30 minutes at the most.
Yeah, with 3 people, I mean, that was...
Yeah, 3 people, and yeah, looking great. Just getting the last little bit of speckles that we've left behind. You can see in the door jambs here or there. We'll run through, clean all that up, and then she's back to stock. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Out of Spec Reviews video.
What are you doing? I'm gonna leave that in there.
Oh no, okay.
So we just spent about 45 minutes in total unwrapping the Cybertruck.
Less than an hour, well under an hour.
And this is all that's left. That's it. That's actually not as heavy as I thought it would be.
Well, you know, maybe that's why my range was decreasing.
A few pounds of that.
No, actually, the battery held up pretty well on this thing over our 1 year. Only
Yeah, not
about
too bad.
5 to 6% degradation, considering the use, considering most degradation happens early on. Not bad. And you know what? I love the metal.
Yeah, stainless is the move. It is way hotter though, I will tell you that. Like the amount of heat radiating off of this is
Massive, massive difference. I mean, you can't even touch it.
No.
And it's only 80 degrees out. The white was cool to the touch.
Yeah, it really was.
So if you live in a hot climate, honestly, wrap it white.
Yeah, if you wrap it black, it's probably going to be even hotter.
I don't
It's
know.
just gonna
This
bake
does
it.
seem to just absorb temperature like crazy.
Yeah, it's totally different. So no damage whatsoever. So let's kind of walk around here.
Some damage.
Well, none from the wrap.
I got scratches all through the freaking metal now.
Alyssa,
brother.
come back here
It looks
if you
terrible.
can. So that to me looks like either washing and or clay. I really think more clay than anything.
Absolutely. You can just see every individual clay stroke. And I
that-
wonder if that's clay residue or
No.
if that's legit just scratched the heck out of the Cybertruck.
So one thing people don't understand about clays is they're abrasive. So everybody goes in, you know, you get your coated car and then you want to go clay it, you're just scratching the living hell out of
yeah,
your
you got to
paint.
polish it afterwards.
Exactly. So clay to me, I'm going to be doing a full video on this soon of why I don't use clay.
Yeah, I'm not a clay fan.
There are reasons for it, but this, I'm pretty shocked to see how bad that looks with all the clay.
I would have to have the whole truck rebuffed.
I wonder if the barkeeper's friend would take that out because they look
Very surface level.
Yeah, very surface level. That might take it out, but this
And so why was this truck clayed?
So anytime you're doing wrap, vinyl, PPF, you have to clay before to get all the contaminants out.
Okay.
Because if you put it on top of this, you're going to see all little kind of dirt and dust particles, any sort of tar, any of that.
But like I showed you, there was also a bunch of crap left over
Yep.
here from, you know, just the discoloration of the metal.
So down here, this is all mag chloride stain. So that is all that
Winter roads.
chemical reaction with the stainless steel. So yeah, that's stuff these trucks deal with. I've been seeing a ton of that. After winters come, people have finally started to wash their trucks for the first time and they're like, oh my God. I had one that I went down to, he was going to sell his truck. He wanted to quickly get a wash, get an interior detail, drove down to Castle Rock, and I got there. I was like, oh, this is going to need the full treatment to get it looking nice. So
and you can fix that.
Oh, easily. That's super easy to fix, but some people don't want to pay to do it, don't want to do the labor on it, whatever it may be.
Yeah, it's time intensive for sure. I'm really bummed about these clay marks, actually. That's kind of a shame.
I agree. It looks pretty terrible.
I would say if you're going to do a wrap on a Cybertruck, just don't clay it.
Yeah, do it kind of day one, I would say. If you're going to do it, don't wait. I know everybody clays them though. Like if you do PPF, if you do vinyl, a lot of guys try and do this as well before they do my Barkeeper's Friend solution. I'm like, do not use clay on these.
Yeah, I would say that just doesn't work. That's bad. Yeah. Because unlike paint, the stainless isn't soft.
Right, exactly.
And it's just in there. So the only way, I guess, is Barkeeper's Friend. I would be really interested to see you do a section.
Yeah, we could put like a big happy face on one of the doors like I did before.
That way you can spot it later. Because when this goes back to Tesla, I'm really curious if they will ever resell it and what they'll sell it for. And maybe I'll buy it again.
Why?
Why? Because if they're going to ask 60 grand for it,
it's a $60,000 headache. This thing was just a paperweight in your garage.
Yeah, but that's a $120,000 paperweight. If it's a $60,000 used paperweight, that's a different equation.
Do you see what we deal with on a daily basis here?
I would love to buy it back.
Alyssa behind the camera is just shaking her head. Like, this is Kyle every single day.
Well, I mean, they've agreed to give me full price back, less the mileage, so I'm doing that. What happens afterwards, that's a separate transaction.
I wonder if they crush this thing after.
I really hope we find out whatever does happen to it. But we should leave some markings in it so that we know how to find it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that would be, I think, stalking. Can't do the air tag, but we've got the VIN.
That would be stalking. Yeah. We could make a little out-of-spec logo or something in there. I could just write OOS down the door in Barkeeper's Friend.
In the back passenger door, there's a cutout of Walter the dog.
Yes.
Right?
So over here, Alyssa, if you want to come over here real quick. So when G was actually here wrapping this, we had these window trims out. If you don't know, this is not an exoskeleton. This is literally like a normal door. And I had G...
No.
Yeah, right. I had G print out some big kind of head portraits of Walter that we were sticking on the windows here. So while I was kind of seeing where I wanted, I put it up here and it slid out of my hand and it's now on the bottom of the door. It will never come out unless you take the entire door apart. So Walter will always be in your truck.
That's hilarious. We also have a black Foundation Series badge on this side and not one on that side.
Yeah, we didn't take this off.
Yeah, leave that there. That's another way to spot it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm going to be browsing the used website.
There you go.
To see like how they position it as. Because I actually think the truck's probably fine after it's fixed now. But they're taking it back, so.
So no damage really from the vinyl wrap. I would say the prep was kind of the big issue. So please be mindful if you're going to clay your Cybertruck. I would recommend not doing it. Wrap it from day one if you're going to do it. Yeah,
that really messes up the metal, the clay. But the wrap itself, the vinyl, no issues. So people thought that the glue would leave some residue, or?
Right, exactly. And what you would see, probably if we had left this, over summertime, we would definitely have more glue residue come off because this hasn't been in hot weather. This is probably the warmest day this wrap has ever seen, I would say so far.
Yeah.
So 84, 85 degrees. You take these things down to the desert, going to Vegas, going to Arizona, somewhere like that. Wraps absolutely bake in the sunlight, tons of UV on them. So over an extended period of time, you have to rip it off and start fresh again.
Well, I'm not too disappointed, honestly, that it's back to metal. I think it looks cool. And, I did like the white as well. The wrap job was amazing. G's team really got all the edges, did a great job. It's a lot of work just to have us rip it off later. That was not the intention, of course.
Well, we didn't expect the truck to break.
Yeah, we didn't expect it to break down completely. So anyway, that's that. We've got the truck back to stock. Light bar, do we leave it? Do we take it off? Now we have to decide.
I think you should take it off and put it on your Rivian.
That'd be funny. I already have a light bar for my Rivian.
It wouldn't fit. I don't know. If you want to take it off, we can. We bought some, it's a windshield removal tool. So it's like a steel cable that goes under there.
We pull it through.
Because my understanding is this is glued on, same exact glue as your windshield
adhesive. Yes,
which identical. Is pretty aggressive stuff.
Yeah, so it's not totally removable, and everyone was concerned about us breaking it while removing it.
That's my concern too.
But the thing is, the truck's going back either way. So it either goes back with a functioning light bar or no light bar. And if at the end we get to also keep a light bar that I could then put on the next Cybertruck, because we'll have one again at some point, I'm sure, then I would love to do it. So many people have like asked to buy this. I don't think I'm going to sell it. I want to keep it for the next Cyber.
20 grand, make up for your depreciation.
Oh yeah, if someone wants to give me 20 grand for it, that's fine. But you can go get them from Tesla. I think they're 2,500 bucks.
Is that all they are?
Yeah, it's something like that.
It's not terrible. Cool.
Okay.
Well, I think we'll end it off there. No damage from the wrap. Stainless steel looks good. I still think this is the way to go. I love the stainless on it. And yeah, if I get a Cybertruck, it's going to stay stainless. But I need Drew's wheels on it because Drew's wheels look sick.
You gotta do the Martian wheels.
For sure.
And that's that. I'm going to miss this thing.
Yep, me too. Spend some good miles on it. Thanks for watching another out of spec detailing video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next one soon. Bye-bye.